Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, this is basically from a live that I did on the print by example page using these gorgeous flower decals. So I thought I'd save it and post it here because I was really pleased with how they turned out. I will put a discount code on the screen somewhere so you can check it out. I actually, for the live, I pre-did some tips using the new Phoenix Glitter Acrylic system purely because I'm not the quickest with it and I didn't want people on the live to be sat here 3 hours later still watching me do the acrylic. As always, the instructions are on the back of the decals and they are super easy to use, but I will walk you through exactly what I do. So I've got 5 tips here. I actually only end up using 4. We're going to pretend on this occasion that my client, or whatever client I would have, only has 4 fingers. Don't judge. I just didn't like the 5th design. So what I'm doing is I am taking Polar White, which is the Phoenix Glitter white acrylic powder, and I'm using their monomer. You can probably hear my dog pitter-pattering in the background. These are available on the website. The core powders are £3.50 and the colours are £4 and the monomer is £4.50 as well. So I'm working with fairly wet beads of the acrylic and I'm popping it on and then building up the intensity at that cuticle zone and then feathering it down. Like I've said in a previous video, I'm still very new to acrylic. So don't judge my technique, but I'm getting better at each time. I am using a much smaller brush than I would normally. I can't find my big brush. I've placed him somewhere and I can't find him. So we're using this tiny little 3D-esque sort of, it was advertised as a 3D brush, but I know full well it's not a 3D brush. It was from one of my Amazon hauls. Anyway, I digress. I am picking up a bead of Night Sky, which is the most gorgeous shimmery purple. It's just beautiful. It's my all-time favorite powder. Well, that's a lie. There's Mermaid, which is like a turquoise, which is just dreamy. Anyway, I'm patting this at that free edge zone and then dragging it up and feathering it over the white. I thought that the purple and white sort of design would go really well with the purple floral decals, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, my dog just yawned. I'm turning my tip round and I'm then picking up more of the white and I'm going to feather this over the purple just to kind of make it a little bit more pale and blend out the two transitioning colours. Obviously everyone has their own way of doing ombres. This is just how I found for me works right now. The blend isn't 100% perfect, but I like that slightly rough, imperfect look. I mean, I didn't do too bad of a job though, considering I don't really do acrylic at all. I'm not mad. I'm going to pick up one last bead of Night Sky and I'm placing it more at the tip to intensify that and then just feathering it out slightly so we have it a little bit more opaque. So once I've set that one to the side and it's set up, I'm going to clear cap these. This is just going to lock in that acrylic powder. It'll make sure we don't have any lumpy bumpy dips or anything in there, and we'll have a nice smooth surface to apply our decals. So when I'm capping, I like to work again in fairly wet beads, not so it's obviously running off the nail, but I just find that actually doing smaller wet beads and just building that up means that I don't have to worry about my acrylic setting up too quickly or not kind of going the way I want it to. So I do my cuticle, I drag it to about just under halfway, I then flip it round and I do my free edge, and as you can see I'm just kind of manoeuvring my tip round, looking at it from all angles to make sure that I am getting everything nicely capped so I'm not going to file out that colour. And then I'm going to do this other nail. So what I've done on these 2 full glitter ones, I've used wisteria, which has to be the most gorgeous glitter, purple glitter I've ever seen. It's my all-time favourite. And I'm putting it over a base of Night Sky. Now I've put Night Sky down just so it's a bit more of an opaque background. It makes the glitter really stand out. I'm then picking up a very small bead of clear acrylic and then dipping into my wisteria and placing this on the nails. I really apologise if you can hear my dogs pitter-pattering around. I'm doing my voiceover downstairs during the day, and I normally do them in the evenings upstairs out the way, but can't do that. So this is what he's looking like. I will just go in and add a little bit more powder to any areas where I think it might need it. Yeah, see right there. And then if I'm happy, I will just let that set up and we will be good to go. It's so pretty though. It's such a fine glitter, and then it has these almost little flaky chunks in there that just catch the light and change the colour. It's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so once that's set, I'm going to clear cap this one as well. And that's just going to lock in that glitter, and it means that when we give this a buff over in a file, we're not going to run the risk of filing off any of that glitter, because we don't want to do that. We want this to be gorgeous. So I'm just going to let you watch me clear cap, and I'll be back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to file over my ombre tips. This is just going to make sure we have a nice even surface over them. I've done one of them already, I think. I have clear capped them. And then I'm going to give them a dust off to remove any of that excess dust. We don't want that on there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my decals. So like I said, I'm going for these purple ones. I'm going to just cut them out. Because I've got two tips, I'm going to cut 2 of the decals out after I've just kind of given them a rough sort of size up. This just means I've cut them out and I don't have to go back in and cut them out again after I've cut the one. So I'm just going to cut fairly close to them, but without cutting off any of that design. My dog walking about is really distracting me. And then I also decided that I wanted to use some of like the yellow sunflowers. Well, I very nearly cut the pink, but then I decided that yellow is a really pretty, gorgeous contrasting colour to purple. So I'm going to cut out our yellow ones as well. Now this is a slightly longer tutorial than some of my other ones that I've done recently. I thought that actually, because I speed them up quite a bit because otherwise they can be too long, but I thought I'd slow them down so you can kind of see exactly what I do to get the kind of feel. So I'm just cutting around these now, getting as close as I can without cutting any of the design off, just like that. And I'm going to do the same on the purple ones, remove any of this excess backing, and then when I'm ready I will pop it in the water. Once my tips are in the water, you can see I've got my bowl there, and you can just see the edge of the decal. I'm going to take some base coat and I'm going to put this around the cuticle line, roughly where my decals are going to sit, and I'm not going to cure this. I found that this, couldn't get my words out then, this just helps the decals move around and not crease so much. I have tried them putting it over a matte or a tacky surface, and this seems to be the best way that I've found using them. I dab off the excess water off of the decal with my tweezers, and it just slides off so easily. And then I've got the shakes, but I'm just going to roughly place him where I think he should be. Obviously the decals stand out better over a pale colour or a white. However, you can put them over different colours. But I really want these to stand out. So I'm going to do exactly the same for the yellow, and you can just see how quickly and easily he removed from the backing. And I'm just going to kind of twist the tip to be where I want it to. This one actually needed trimming ever so slightly. Needed a little bit more taking off in order for it to kind of sit where I want it to. So I do just take some scissors and just trim it off ever so slightly, although I'm a bit out of shot, you can't actually see that. and I just kind of press them where I want them to be. Obviously, make sure you wear gloves if you are going to do this, because you can catch allergies. But I'm going to pop that into cure for 30 seconds, and that's just going to hold that decal down in place. And I'm going to stick the other two in the water as well. And then I will repeat the process on this other tip as well, and then cure that. Okay, so this one has cured. I'm going to take my Phoenix No White top coat, and I have sped this up because otherwise you'll be here for ages. I'm just buffing the tip of that now so I don't have any demarcation lines. And then what I do is I float my gel. So I float quite a thick amount over where the decals are, just so I know that they are going to be completely locked in. And then I kind of then just drag the rest of it over the tip. And this is because I'm going to give it a buff, and I don't want to buff any of those decals out, but it'll be a great chance for us to actually remove any of that excess and overhang and perfect that shape. So once that is cured, I'm taking my file, and as you can see, I'm literally filing around the sides of it. I've sped this bit up because we all know what you know how to file. And then I'm just buffing over the nails to make them nice and even and have that matte surface. And as you can see, they are really, really pretty matte. We've got all of our nails here now, and I'm just filing and buffing over those two glitter ones as well, just to make sure they are nice and even. Although I did such a great job, not to blow my own trumpet, with the application of the acrylic that they didn't need too much filing at all, the glittery ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my No Wipe top coat again, and we're going to give these a nice old final top coat, and they are gorgeous. Like, just look at how pretty that glitter is. Love it! I'm going to go in and do my decal as well. And I just think the purple ombre just looks so pretty. I did a zoomed in shot just so you can see exactly, you can see that reveal in more closeness. The glitter just looks insane. Like, look at that. So I make sure I cap my free edges and those side walls just to make sure there's not going to be any chipping and peeling. Cured them in my lamp, and here they are. I absolutely love them. I think they are really, really gorgeous. They were so easy to use. I will leave a link in the description box so you can check out both the decals that I've used and the Phoenix Glitter Acrylic system. Oh look, I've got floral nails as well. And obviously the glitters as well. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really hope you have liked this week's video. It was just a really quick one. I loved the live that I did, and I thought I'd share it on my YouTube as well. So yeah, please do like and subscribe. It means so much. I'm at 437 subscribers, which is insane. And I will be doing a giveaway very, very soon. So stay tuned to find out more about that. But yeah, as always, let me know if you have any questions in the comments section. And I will see you all in the next one.